Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. There are some people whose passing is not just a loss, but an irreplaceable void in the hearts of those who admired them. They not only lived, they inspired. They not only succeeded, they shaped generations. While they may no longer be with us, their legacy, whether in the form of unforgettable films, timeless music, groundbreaking inventions, or era-defining words, will live on forever. Today, we pause to honor those who dedicated their lives to art, science, and humanity, ensuring that they live not only in the history books, but also in our hearts. Grier, the irreplaceable voice of the Contours, passed away on January 26, 2025. He was not only a member of the legendary Motown group, but also a key figure in preserving and spreading the spirit of R&B music for decades. The infectious beat and electric energy of Do You Love Me continue to resonate, immortalizing the Contours in the annals of popular music. Although not an original member of the group, Grier has played a key role in keeping the Contours alive and well for new generations of music lovers. Joining the Contours in 1993, Grier, along with Joe Billingsley, Al Chisholm, Charles Davis, and Sylvester Potts, continued the Motown legacy. Their music saw a major resurgence when Do You Love Me was reintroduced to audiences through the 1988 film Dirty Dancing, returning it to the Billboard charts. Over the years, the Contours have been honored with induction into the Doo-Wop Hall of Fame of America, 2010, and the R&B Hall of Fame, 2015, cementing their place in history as one of the most influential groups of their time. The passing of Grier is not only the loss of a talented artist, but also the loss of a part of Motown's golden era. However, his music will live on, in every beat, every dance move, and every heart that still sways to the melody of Do You Love Me. Although his voice may have been silenced, the sound of his legacy will forever resonate in the world of R&B.
Must be from my mom. I wrote her to make something nice for you.
Olga James, the gifted singer and actress who brought elegance and depth to both screen and stage, was a symbol of grace in an era when opportunities for Black performers were scarce. Best remembered for her role as Cindy Lou in Carmen Jones, 1954, she possessed a voice that carried both tenderness and strength, captivating audiences and leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. Born on February 16, 1929 in Washington, D.C., James was raised by her grandparents before earning a coveted place at Juilliard. Though classically trained in opera, her heart belonged to storytelling through song. Her journey began in Paris in 1952, performing in Four Saints in 3 acts, before her breakthrough in Carmen Jones brought her international recognition. She later dazzled Broadway audiences in Mr. Wonderful, 1956, alongside Sammy Davis Jr., proving that her talent extended beyond film. Her life was deeply intertwined with music. In 1962, she married jazz great Julian "Cannonball" Adderley, sharing 13 years together until his passing in 1975. Later, she found companionship with folk musician Len Chandler, with whom she remained until his death in 2023. Despite personal losses, she remained devoted to her craft, appearing in The Bill Cosby Show and lending her voice to C-Lab 2020, ensuring her artistry reached new generations. On January 25, 2025, Olga James passed away at the age of 95, leaving behind a world forever touched by her artistry. Though she is no longer with us, her voice will never be silenced. She was more than an actress, more than a singer. She was a beacon of artistry, resilience, and timeless elegance. Her music, her performances, and the path she paved will live on, reminding the world that true talent knows no limits. The world of cinema has lost a remarkable mind. Jim Tauber, a veteran film executive who played a pivotal role in shaping independent and studio filmmaking, passed away on January 25, 2025, at the age of 74 due to complications from multiple myeloma. Over the course of his distinguished career, he was instrumental in bringing some of the most thought-provoking films to the screen, leaving behind a cinematic legacy that will continue to inspire generations of storytellers. Born and raised in Glencoe, Illinois, Tauber's journey in the film industry was nothing short of extraordinary. His tenure at Columbia TriStar Pictures saw him oversee groundbreaking films like Steven Soderbergh's Sex, Lies, and Videotape, which helped revolutionize independent cinema. Later, as president and COO of Propaganda Films, he produced iconic works such as David Lynch's Wild at Heart and Spike Jonze's Being John Malkovich. His visionary approach continued at Sidney Kimmel Entertainment, SKE, where he led the production of critically acclaimed films like Hell or High Water, The Place Beyond the Pines, Lars and the Real Girl, and Death at a Funeral. Beyond Hollywood, Tauber embraced a new path after retirement, becoming a licensed psychotherapist and dedicating himself to helping others. Alongside his wife, Laura Newman, he ran a private practice and later pursued a shared passion for ethical business by opening Lefty's Coffee in 2022. Residing on a farm and vineyard in Los Olivos, he found joy in a simpler, more meaningful way of life, surrounded by family and animals. His ability to evolve, to embrace creativity, and to impact lives, both in film and beyond, set him apart as a truly multifaceted individual. Tauber's passing is a profound loss, but his impact will endure. He is survived by his wife Laura, sister Joni, and daughters Jay Lucy, Dixie, and Zezu. His legacy is not just in the films he championed, but in the lives he touched, with his wisdom, kindness, and an unwavering passion for storytelling. Though he is gone, his influence will forever shape the world of cinema and the hearts of those who knew him. What makes a songwriter truly successful? Is it chart-topping hits, prestigious awards, or is it the songs that live on in the hearts of fans for generations? If success is measured by these standards, then Buddy Brock stands as a true legend in country music. A gifted songwriter, he penned melodies that captured life's joys, struggles, and unshakable resilience. His words resonated with millions, telling stories that felt personal yet universal. On January 24, 2025, he passed away at the age of 72, leaving behind a legacy that will forever echo in the world of country music. Born in Greenwood, South Carolina, Brock moved to Nashville in 1990, chasing his dream of writing songs that would touch people's souls, and he succeeded. His unforgettable hits, including Watermelon Crawl, Tracy Bird, Haunted Heart, Sammy Kershaw, Honky Tonk Christmas, Alan Jackson, and I Wanna Fall in Love, Lila McCann, helped define a golden era of country music. Yet, perhaps his most enduring contributions came from his collaborations with Aaron Tippin, particularly You've Got to Stand for Something, a song that became an anthem of perseverance and integrity for countless fans. For 17 years, Buddy Brock was a key songwriter at Acuff Rose and Sony Publishing, crafting hits for country legends like George Jones, George Strait, Charlie Pride, and Doug Stone. His talent was recognized with multiple BMI awards, honoring his influence in shaping the sound of modern country. Even after moving to Music Central Publishing and later Ray Batson Music, His dedication to storytelling remained unwavering, ensuring that country music retained its heartfelt authenticity. Though Buddy Brock is no longer with us, his music will live on in the voices of country fans, in the honky-tonks, and on the airwaves for generations to come. He is survived by his devoted wife of 47 years, Robin Alexander Brock, daughter Rebecca Dawn McKinney, son Caleb Reed Brock, 4 grandchildren, and a loving extended family. A service to honor his life will be held on February 1st, 2025, at Mount Juliet First Baptist Church. His name, his music, and his passion will forever hold a cherished place in the history of country music. Charlotte Raven was never one to follow the rules. She rewrote them. A journalist, editor, and author whose wit, intelligence, and fearless honesty shaped the media landscape of the 1990s. From her early days at the Modern Review, where she championed low culture for the well-educated, to her insightful columns in The Guardian and The New Statesman, she was a force of nature, bold, unapologetic, and unafraid to challenge convention. On January 22, 2025, she passed away at the age of 55, leaving behind a legacy of writing that was both provocative and profound. Raven's career was marked by her ability to weave politics, feminism, and pop culture into incisive social commentary. Whether she was subverting tabloid obsessions or taking over the literary establishment, her work was always thought-provoking and bold. But beyond the headlines, her personal story became one of remarkable resilience. After being diagnosed with Huntington's disease, a disease that had claimed the lives of her father and grandparents, she turned her writing to the brutal realities of illness, palliative care, and the right to die with dignity. Her essays on assisted dying were raw, unfiltered, and deeply moving, calling for change in a system that had not changed. Friends and colleagues remember her as exuberant, intelligent, and full of life. Catherine Viner, editor-in-chief of The Guardian, called her work some of the most powerful I've read about serious illness. Writer Nicholas Blinko recalled her as a fiercely vital person, hungry for new ideas, dancing to ska in her signature ghost dress. Even in her final years, as she battled her illness, she lived life to the fullest, laughing, dancing, and loving her children, John and Anna. Charlotte Raven's passing is a devastating loss, but her voice will never be silenced. She is survived by her ex-husband, documentary filmmaker Tom Sheehan, and their 2 children. In her words, she wanted to make her own decisions from now until she dies, and in life, she embodied that. A woman of fierce intellect and uncompromising passion, she left behind not only articles and books, but also an indelible spirit.
And it was very pervasive. Like I was saying earlier, people with heroin, people have a phobia of needles.
Barry Michael Cooper, the storyteller, who redefined a generation. Some writers write history. From the streets of Harlem to the heights of Hollywood, he used his pen to expose, elevate, and immortalize the world around him. His investigation of the crack epidemic of the 1980s opened the door for stories that needed to be told, and his transition to filmmaking led to the creation of some of the most defining films of the 1990s. On January 22, 2025, Cooper passed away at the age of 66, leaving behind a legacy that forever changed both journalism and cinema. Best known for his Harlem trilogy, Cooper was the screenwriter of New Jack City, 1991, Sugar Hill, 1994, and Above the Rim, 1994. These films captured the glitz and grit of urban life, exposing the struggles for power, loyalty, and survival in a rapidly changing world. His dialogue was authentic, his characters unforgettable, and his influence undeniable. New Jack City, starring Wesley Snipes and Ice-T, was more than a movie. It was a movement. It ushered in a new era of black storytelling in Hollywood, leading the way for classics like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society. Long before he came to Hollywood, Cooper had his roots in journalism. His groundbreaking work for Spin and The Village Voice gave the world an intimate look at the brutal rise of the drug trade and its impact on communities. His 1987 article, Kids Killing Kids, New Jack City Eats Its Young, not only exposed Detroit's violent drug underworld, it also inspired the title of his iconic film. He was a writer who understood the power of words, whether on the page or on screen, and who used them to challenge, inform, and provoke thought. Barry Michael Cooper's life was not without struggle, but his impact was immeasurable. He leaves behind a son, Matthew Cooper, and while his time in Hollywood was short, his influence was far from short. As he once said, "Without New Jack, there would be no Boys in the Hood." And without Barry Michael Cooper, the stories we tell today about culture, power, and survival might look very different. His words, films, and fearless pursuit of truth will live on, ensuring that his voice will never fade.
One of my hearing aids is gone. What have we just
Do you want one of mine? Do you want one of mine?
A key figure in British theatre and cinema, a performer whose grace, wit, and artistry helped shape the landscape of post-war drama. Born on 28 October 1929 in Brigg, Lincolnshire, Joan Plowright was destined for the stage from an early age, winning a drama award at 15 and then training at the Old Vic Theatre School. Her career flourished at the Royal Court Theatre, the National Theatre, and the West End, where she became one of the defining actors of her generation. With performances ranging from Shakespearean heroines to contemporary drama, Plowright's stage presence was both commanding and deeply human. Her legendary partnership with Laurence Olivier, whom she married in 1961, was immortalized in their performances together, including The Entertainer and The Merchant of Venice. At the National Theatre, under Olivier, she delivered complex roles such as Masha in Three Sisters and Saint Joan in Saint Joan. Her transition to film saw her excel in productions such as Enchanted April, for which she was nominated for an Oscar, Drowning by Numbers and Tea with Mussolini, where she played alongside British icons Maggie Smith and Judi Dench. Plowright's influence extended far beyond her performances. She became a symbol of elegance, intellect, and dedication to the craft, inspiring countless performers to follow in her footsteps. Even after retiring due to blindness, she remained a revered figure in the arts. On 16th January 2025, Joan Plowright passed away at the age of 95, surrounded by her family. Her immense contributions to theater and cinema ensure that her legacy will endure, a timeless beacon of artistry, strength, and passion.
Then they went to another actor, and they got about 2 weeks away from actually shooting.
Breaking news. Jason Bateman, from child star to Hollywood icon. Jason Bateman's journey through Hollywood is one of resilience, reinvention, and remarkable talent. Born on January 14, 1969, he stepped into the entertainment industry as a child actor, capturing audiences with his charm and wit. His early roles in Silver Spoons and The Hogan Family made him a recognizable face, earning him a place in the hearts of television viewers. However, as he transitioned into adulthood, the industry that once embraced him seemed to move on, leaving him searching for his place. Unlike many child stars who struggled with the shift, Bateman refused to let his career fade into oblivion. His story is not just one of success, but also of perseverance through hardship and a relentless pursuit of excellence. The 1990s were a challenging period for Bateman, both personally and professionally. With fewer roles coming his way, he found himself drifting into a lifestyle of heavy partying and drinking. He later admitted that alcohol became his escape, a way to fill the void left by an uncertain future in Hollywood. The allure of nightlife and recklessness took hold, threatening to derail his potential. Yet Bateman's story didn't follow the tragic trajectory that so many in the industry had before him. Instead of letting addiction define him, he took control, recognizing that he needed to change before it was too late. The decision to step away from his destructive habits and focus on rebuilding his career marked a turning point, one that would lead him back to the limelight in a way no one could have predicted. His comeback arrived in spectacular fashion with Arrested Development in 2003. The show, a clever and satirical take on a dysfunctional family, gave Bateman the perfect platform to showcase his comedic brilliance. His portrayal of Michael Bluth, the responsible son trying to keep his eccentric family together, was both hilarious and heartfelt. The role earned him a Golden Globe and reminded audiences and industry insiders alike of his undeniable talent. Arrested Development became a cult favorite, and though it faced network cancellations and revivals, Bateman's performance remained a highlight. It was more than just a role. It was a statement that he was back and better than ever. But rather than staying confined to comedic roles, he sought out new challenges, eager to prove his versatility as an actor. As Bateman expanded his career, he found success not only in front of the camera, but also behind it. With Ozark, he took a significant leap into the world of directing and producing. The dark, gripping drama followed a financial planner entangled in a dangerous web of crime and money laundering. Bateman's portrayal of Marty Bird was layered with complexity, cool under pressure, yet constantly on the edge of catastrophe. But his contributions went far beyond acting. He directed multiple episodes, shaping the show's visual and narrative style. His work on Ozark was widely praised, earning him an Emmy for outstanding directing. The series cemented his reputation as a creative force in Hollywood, proving that his talents extended beyond comedy. Despite his professional success, Bateman was not immune to controversy. In 2018, during a cast interview for Arrested Development, he made remarks that were widely seen as dismissive of actress Jessica Walter's complaints about verbal abuse from co-star Jeffrey Tambor. Initially, Bateman attempted to downplay the incident, suggesting that such tensions were common in the industry. However, public backlash was swift, and Bateman soon realized his mistake. In a rare and commendable move, he issued a heartfelt apology, acknowledging that he had spoken out of turn and should have been more supportive of Walter. It was a reminder that even the most respected figures are not infallible. But what sets Bateman apart is his willingness to own up to his errors and learn from them. Amidst the whirlwind of Hollywood, Bateman has remained grounded in his personal life. Since 2001, he has been married to Amanda Anka, the daughter of legendary singer Paul Anka. Their relationship has been a pillar of stability in his life, a stark contrast to the tumultuous personal lives of many in the industry. Bateman has credited Amanda with helping him overcome his struggles with alcohol, and together they have built a strong, loving family. He is a devoted husband and father, often emphasizing the importance of family over fame. Unlike many celebrities who let success dictate their personal lives, Bateman has managed to strike a balance, proving that true fulfillment comes not from accolades, but from the people who stand by you through thick and thin. Today, Jason Bateman is more than just a talented actor. He is a symbol of resilience and reinvention. He has carved out a career that spans decades, evolving with the industry rather than being left behind by it. His journey is one of transformation, from a child star on the brink of obscurity to an award-winning actor, director, and producer. Few have navigated Hollywood's unforgiving landscape as skillfully as he has, turning setbacks into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. As he continues to take on new projects, Bateman's legacy only grows stronger. Whether through his sharp comedic timing, his gripping dramatic performances, or his visionary storytelling behind the camera, he remains one of the most respected figures in the entertainment world. His career serves as an inspiration, not just to aspiring actors, but to anyone who has faced obstacles and wondered if they could rise again. Jason Bateman's story is proof that with determination, humility, and an unwavering commitment to growth, the best chapters are always ahead.
Commercial with Kate Moss. Then I went into Celebrity Love Island. Actually, the Wimbledon commercial was after Celebrity Love Island 1 or 2.
Continuing our tribute journey, we pay tribute to Paul Danan, a beloved face and iconic figure in British television, an energetic and charismatic actor who left a lasting impression on audiences. Born in England, he entered the entertainment industry at a young age and quickly gained recognition for his role as Saul Patrick in the long-running soap Hollyoaks from 1997 to 2001. His emotional performances brought depth and complexity to his characters, helping the show become a success. In addition to Hollyoaks, he has appeared in The Queen's Nose, The Basil Brush Show, and Casualty, demonstrating his versatility as an actor. Outside of scripted television, Danan has become a reality television phenomenon, winning over audiences with his outspoken, humorous, and charming personality. Shows such as Celebrity Love Island, Come Dine With Me, and Celebrity Big Brother cemented his status as a true TV icon. Before his death, he was set to star in the independent film Bloody Love, a project that director Jane Sanger said was perfectly suited to his incredible acting talents. She expressed her deep sadness at his passing, acknowledging the huge loss to the industry. In 2024, Danan suffered a near-death experience after suffering respiratory failure from vaping, which resulted in a stay in intensive care. After making a miraculous recovery, he spoke openly about his horror, making his sudden passing all the more shocking to those who knew and admired him. On 15th January 2025, Paul Danan passed away at the age of 46, leaving behind a legacy filled with unforgettable performances and cherished memories. Most of all, he is survived by his 8-year-old son, De Niro, who was the greatest joy of his life. Although gone far too soon, Paul Danan will always be remembered as a bright, entertaining, and charismatic figure in British television, bringing joy, laughter, and emotion to countless viewers.
Tactics! Score a goal, that's the tactic. Score a goal, that's not much of a tactic.
Hang on.
Tony Slattery was a comedic powerhouse, known for his razor-sharp wit, improvisational brilliance, and magnetic stage presence. Born on November 9, 1959 in Stonebridge, North London, he honed his craft at Cambridge University, where he became president of the esteemed Footlights comedy troupe, alongside future stars like Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, and Emma Thompson. Slattery's natural talent for comedy shone through in his performances, propelling him into the spotlight and making him one of Britain's most beloved entertainers. His breakthrough came in 1988 as a regular on Whose Line Is It Anyway?, where his quick-thinking humor and effortless comedic timing made him a standout star. Throughout the 1990s, he expanded his career, appearing in films like Peter's Friends and The Crying Game, as well as television shows such as Have I Got News for You, Red Dwarf, and Kingdom. He was a charismatic presenter, hosting Saturday Night at the Movies and Trivial Pursuit, further cementing his status as a household name. Despite his success, Slattery faced personal battles with addiction and mental health, which led to a period away from the spotlight. In recent years, he courageously spoke about his struggles, appearing in the BBC's Horizon series to share his journey with bipolar disorder and addiction recovery. His return to live performances and podcasting allowed him to reconnect with his devoted fans, a testament to his enduring talent and the deep affection in which he was held. On January 14, 2025, Tony Slattery passed away at the age of 65 following a heart attack. His passing leaves an irreplaceable void in British comedy, but his legacy of laughter and warmth will live on. He is survived by his longtime partner of nearly 40 years, Mark Michael Hutchinson, who remained by his side throughout his journey. Slattery's humor, kindness, and fearless spirit will never be forgotten. Elgar Howarth was a gathering force in both brass music and contemporary classical composition, seamlessly blending expertise in both fields. Born on November 4, 1935 in Cannock, Staffordshire, he developed an early passion for brass through his father, a conductor who taught him the cornet and trumpet. His studies at Manchester University and the Royal Manchester College of Music placed him alongside Harrison Birtwistle, Peter Maxwell Davies, and Alexander Grier, forming the New Music Manchester Group, one of the leading avant-garde movements of its time. Originally a trumpet soloist, Howarth played for the Royal Opera House and later became principal trumpet of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra before transitioning into conducting. His leadership led to a historic moment in 1974 when a brass band performed at the BBC Proms for the first time. He also conducted groundbreaking premieres, including György Ligety's Le Grand Macabre and Birtwistle's The Mask of Orpheus and Gawain, solidifying his reputation as a master of contemporary opera. Beyond conducting, Howarth was an influential composer and arranger. His works, such as Legends and Fireworks, helped modernize brass band repertoire, while his brass adaptation of Mussorgsky's pictures at an exhibition became a defining version. His 6-volume series, The History of Brass Band Music, remains an invaluable resource for musicians and historians, ensuring the evolution of brass music is never forgotten. On January 13, 2025, Elgar Howarth passed away at the age of 89, leaving behind a lasting legacy in classical and brass music. He is survived by his 3 children and 4 grandchildren. His contributions will continue to inspire musicians, conductors, and composers for generations, proving that his visionary approach to music will never fade.
When times get bad, when the day comes, I know you die.
With a voice that was both raw and explosive, Sam Moore became a soul legend and an undisputed icon, a voice that combined raw passion with explosive power, helping to define the golden age of R&B. Born on October 12, 1935, in Miami, Florida, he was deeply influenced by gospel legends and the dynamic stage presence of Jackie Wilson. In 1961, a fateful encounter brought him together with Dave Prater, forming the legendary duo Sam and Dave, a partnership that would leave an indelible mark on music history. Throughout the 1960s, Sam and Dave dominated the charts under the auspices of Stax Records, supported by Booker T and the MGs and the legendary Memphis Horns. Hits like Hold On, I'm Comin' and Soul Man became anthems, with Soul Man winning a Grammy and later being revived by the Blues Brothers for a new generation. Their electrifying performances, especially on the 1967 Stax Are Volt Review Tour, became legendary, sometimes rivaling Otis Redding in popularity. In 1992, Sam and Dave were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and in 2019, Moore received the Recording Academy's Lifetime Achievement Award, cementing his influence on the genre. Struggling with addiction, Moore made a triumphant comeback in the 1980s, regaining his artistic form and collaborating with stars like Bruce Springsteen, Don Henley, and Lou Reed. He expanded his presence into pop culture, appearing on 2000's Blues Brothers and continuing to champion the soul sound with 2006's Overnight Sensation, a testament to his enduring talent. On January 10, 2025, Sam Moore passed away at the age of 89, following complications from surgery. He is survived by his beloved wife, Joyce Moore, who was by his side in both life and music. Though he is gone, his powerful and soulful voice will live on, a lasting testament to the enduring spirit of rhythm and blues.
And ask the question, if you knew you were dying, what would you write? What wouldn't seem trivial? And what wouldn't seem trivial to the readers?
Writing more than 30 books in the genres of fiction, nonfiction, and young adult literature, Joseph Monninger left an indelible legacy. He was not only a gifted writer, but also a gifted storyteller, one who transformed words into profound human experiences. Before embarking on his literary journey, he served in the Peace Corps, an experience that shaped his worldview and gave depth to his stories. His early works, such as The Family Man, The Summer Hunt, and New Jersey, quickly established him as a distinctive voice in literature. As his career progressed, Monninger shifted his focus to young adult fiction, penning such emotionally rich novels as Baby, Hippie Chick, Wish, and Finding Somewhere. His passion for nature and rural life is evident in nonfiction works such as Home Waters, Fishing with an Old Friend, and A Barn in New England, where he beautifully captures the essence of human connection and the simple joys of life. His ability to combine introduction and storytelling has made his works resonate deeply with readers. In 2021, Monninger was diagnosed with lung cancer, a battle he faced with incredible courage and wisdom. He chronicled his journey in his 2023 memoir, Goodbye to Clocks Ticking: How We Live While Dying, a profound reflection on mortality and the fleeting nature of time. "We all know we're going to die, but no one really accepts it," he once said, offering a profound perspective on life and death. The memoir, widely praised for its honesty and emotional depth, serves as a powerful reminder to cherish every moment. On January 9, 2025, Joseph Monninger passed away at the age of 71, closing the final chapter of a life devoted to literature. Although he is no longer with us, his words will continue to inspire, comfort, and enlighten, ensuring that his voice will live on in the hearts of readers for generations to come.
City Lights I love so much. It's the best ending of a movie ever. Chase Landing is so good.
Jeff Baena was more than just a filmmaker. He was a bold storyteller, a creator who seamlessly blended humor with profound, often dark themes. From the existential musings of I Heart Huckabees to the quirky horror romance of Life After Beth, he had a unique ability to turn the unconventional into something deeply human. His passion for storytelling began early, sparked by a childhood fascination with offbeat cinema, from A Clockwork Orange to Fellini's 8.5. With an eye for the unusual and a deep appreciation for surreal narratives, he carved out a distinctive place in independent filmmaking. Baena's works were known for their irreverent yet thoughtful exploration of life's absurdities. Whether it was reimagining nuns behaving scandalously in The Little Hours or diving into psychological mystery with Horse Girl, his films carried a signature mix of comedy and existential reflection. His collaborations with his wife, actress Aubrey Plaza, were particularly notable, with Plaza starring in several of his films, bringing their shared artistic vision to life on screen. His ability to create nuanced, genre-blurring films made him a beloved figure among cinephiles who appreciated storytelling that defied conventions. Beyond his work, Baena was a passionate advocate for independent cinema, using his voice to champion creativity in an industry that often prioritizes mainstream appeal. His unexpected passing at the age of 47 is a heartbreaking loss, leaving behind a filmography that continues to inspire. His approach to comedy, finding levity in life's darker corners, resonated with audiences who sought meaning in the absurd and comfort in the chaos. On January 3, 2025, Jeff Baena passed away in Los Angeles, leaving behind a legacy of films that challenged, entertained, and moved audiences. He is survived by his wife, Aubrey Plaza, and his family. While his time was tragically short, his impact on cinema is undeniable, and his work will continue to influence and inspire future filmmakers and lovers of the unconventional.
We've used it for a lot less. Do you remember the full moon party at Carmen Jones? Oh, exactly.
Breaking news. Benedict Cumberbatch. Talent, resilience, and an everlasting legacy. Benedict Cumberbatch is more than just an actor. He is a force of nature. Born on July 19, 1976 in London, he was raised in a family of performers, where the stage and screen seemed like an inevitable destiny. Yet, despite his privileged background, his journey to success was far from easy. From a young theater enthusiast to one of Hollywood's most respected stars, Cumberbatch has crafted a career defined by brilliance, versatility, and an unwavering dedication to his craft. When people hear the name Benedict Cumberbatch, many immediately think of Sherlock Holmes from the Sherlock series, 2010 to 2017. His portrayal of the legendary detective was nothing short of groundbreaking. He wasn't just playing Sherlock, he became Sherlock. His rapid-fire deductions, piercing gaze, and electrifying screen presence made the show a global phenomenon. With each episode, he redefined the character for a modern audience while still preserving the essence of Arthur Conan Doyle's genius creation. But Cumberbatch never let himself be confined to a single role. He knew that true greatness lay in transformation. His range as an actor is staggering. From voicing the menacing Smaug in the Hobbit trilogy to portraying the brilliant but tormented Alan Turing in The Imitation Game, 2014, he has consistently taken on roles that challenge both his intellect and emotions. His performance as Turing was particularly moving, capturing the loneliness and genius of a man who changed history but was tragically misunderstood. It earned him an Academy Award nomination and cemented his place as one of the finest actors of his generation. However, Cumberbatch's journey has not been without its hardships. In 2005, while filming in South Africa, he was kidnapped at gunpoint by a group of armed criminals. Bound and locked in a car trunk, he feared for his life. But against all odds, he survived the ordeal, a moment that changed his perspective forever. That experience made him more aware of the fragility of life, fueling his drive to make every role, every performance, and every moment on screen count. Like any public figure, Cumberbatch has faced his share of controversies. In 2015, he unintentionally used an outdated term when discussing racial representation in film. Though his words were well-intended, they sparked backlash. But instead of deflecting blame, he immediately took responsibility, issued a sincere apology, and reaffirmed his support for diversity in the industry. Another controversy emerged regarding his family's historical ties to slavery-era plantations. While he had no direct connection to those past actions, he acknowledged the painful history and used his platform to advocate for awareness and change. Beyond the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Cumberbatch is a devoted family man. His marriage to theater director Sophie Hunter in 2015 is a rare example of stability in the entertainment world. While many celebrity relationships crumble under the weight of fame, his has flourished. He often credits his wife for keeping him grounded, reminding him that success is not measured by awards or accolades, but by the love and support of those who truly matter. Another aspect of Cumberbatch that makes him so beloved is his dedication to humanitarian causes. He has been a vocal advocate for refugee rights, speaking out in support of those displaced by war and persecution. His involvement in various charities, including organizations supporting children's health and environmental sustainability, showcases his desire to use his platform for good. Unlike many celebrities who focus solely on their careers, Cumberbatch has always understood the power of influence and the responsibility that comes with it. Despite his countless achievements, Cumberbatch remains incredibly humble. In interviews, he often deflects praise onto his co-stars, directors, and the teams behind his projects. He sees acting as a collaborative art, one that thrives on shared creativity rather than individual accolades. Even with his status as one of Hollywood's most respected figures, he continues to approach each new role with the curiosity and passion of a young actor just starting out. This humility, paired with his immense talent, is what makes him so admired both inside and outside the industry. Today, Benedict Cumberbatch is not just an actor. He is an artist who constantly pushes the boundaries of storytelling. Whether he's playing the mystical Doctor Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe or embodying the rugged, emotionally complex cowboy in The Power of the Dog, he brings a level of depth and authenticity that captivates audiences worldwide. His ability to disappear into roles, to make us laugh, cry, and think, is what sets him apart from the rest. What is your favorite Benedict Cumberbatch performance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love inspiring stories about extraordinary actors, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thank you for being part of our journey.